Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Voice of Fire Tarot. For today's reading I'm going to be covering the next chakra in my chakra series, which will be the throat chakra. The throat chakra is many things. I see it as communicating your true self, any wisdom or anything really, your self-expression, anything like that. So I'm really talking about in this reading about your throat chakra itself, and how well is the energy flowing through your throat chakra, as well as if there are any blockages or anything that needs to be worked on really in your throat chakra. So as usual, there will be 4 piles to choose from. And this time I'm going to be choosing the theme of birds. So if you pick group 1, you'll be picking the goose. So these are going from left to right. So group 1 would be the goose. Group 2 would be the eagle. Group 3 would be the parrot. And group 4 would be the falcon. I think it's a falcon anyway. I'm not really an expert in birds. So take your time, pause the video if necessary, and select which groups or which bird or birds, there might be more than one, which one of them resonates with you the most. And please remember that these are general readings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you do want a more personal reading, you can follow the link below and you can have one if you wish to do so. So if you like what you see, please remember to like, share and subscribe as well. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye. Hello group 1 and welcome to your reading. You chose the goose, and this reading will be about your throat chakra and how you sing your soul song. So in other words, how are you expressing yourself through your throat chakra? How well is it working? How well are the energies flowing through it? And whether there are any blockages in your throat chakra as well. And when connecting to your energies group 1, it was quite interesting. All I was really seeing was like an image of an anchor, a very large black solid anchor, and it was fixed in the bottom of a vast ocean really, and it was just floating about. So I'm going to delve a bit deeper now into what this means and to what this means in regards to your throat chakra. So for group 1, please Spirit, please can you give me information about the throat chakra of people in group 1 who chose the goose. What I want to know please is how well is their throat chakra working? How are they able to express themselves? That's interesting. That just fell out. The 7 of Wands. I mean, maybe a little bit of resistance or struggle. So how well is this throat chakra actually working really? How are the energies flowing through it? How is it enabling group 1 to express themselves, please? Choose a few more cards. Okay, so that's in the tarot. And now I'm going to choose a few oracle cards. Let's have a look. I'm going to choose the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. I feel like picking 3 from this for some reason. Then I'm going to go for the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. And to finish off, I'm going to use this one, I think. Mediumship Training Deck Oracle. So for group 1. Wow, I think it's going to be a very powerful reading straight away. So let's get these in some order. So the Seven of Wands flew out. And again, I'm seeing that anchor that was really, really fixed in that vast ocean. I feel that there might be some struggle that you're going through in communicating yourself or expressing yourself in some way or in some area of your life. So let's get a bit further, let's get some more further information about what this could be. So we have the Three of Wands, which to me is a card about really self-expression. It's going out of your comfort zone, really just exploring yourself, exploring all the possibilities, finding things out about yourself that you never knew, expressing your way, expressing yourself in a way that you've never expressed yourself before. And then we have the Six of Wands. Six of Cups. So I believe this is actually stemming back to something maybe in your childhood where you might have felt insecure, which a lot of us do, about voicing your opinion or your wishes or your feelings. But I've got a feeling that it's actually coming through to the present day. You're still struggling with this. And then we have Page of Swords, which is all about clarity, about clear messages. And then we have the Hermit. Okay, so what this indicates to me immediately is that you require some assistance in really delving deep. So this Hermit is about self-analysis. It's delving deep. It's almost scientific in a way, analysing your chakras, analysing your energy flow in quite a scientific, exact way. It is to do with the sign of Virgo. And I believe what this is doing, this is sort of indicating to me the solution about you becoming more clear in your thoughts. And when you become more clear in your thoughts, you're able to speak more clearly. Because this to me is what you really want to do. What it's saying to me is that there's a need for you to open out. This is what I'm feeling, to open out really. Release that anchor so you can start sailing really on this lovely sea. This sea of all these different possibilities. And the number 3 is about creativity in numerology, but also he's standing there on the verge, really, or on the cliff, this person. He's opening out his possibilities. So I'm getting the feeling that there's a sense of feeling closed, underwater, constricted with your throat chakra. It's like something needs to be set free. And in order for you to find out what this is, I feel there's some sort of kind of self-exploration that's needed, and you need to get more clear about things in order to do this. Your thoughts need to become more clear and more logical in order for you to stop this struggle really, or at least to ease it for the time being. So we have sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. And yeah, I'm getting the sense of space. There's some space that needs to be made, and it's interesting that we've got the sacral chakra. So I think it's about the connection between your sacral chakra, which is really the seat of, well, the sacral chakra can be a lot of things. It can be our desires, our creativity, how we flow. And I feel that there's possibly some sort of blockage between your sacral chakra and your throat chakra. What the result of this is that you are unable to fully express yourself at this time. And I think also it's about really looking after yourself. You got tenderness here, giving yourself a break. You know, if you don't do things perfectly right first time, actually just kind of go with the flow. That's what I'm feeling here. The more you go with the flow, the more that these blockages will start to decrease, and you'll be able to flow much better between your seat of creativity, your sacral chakra. You might have, you could have a very, very developed sacral chakra. You're in tune with your sensuality. You're in tune with your creativeness as well. But if that throat chakra has blockages, then what happens is we're not going to be able to communicate the way we want to. What we say is not going to match what we are actually creating. It's not going to match our imagination and what we want to express. And that can make you really, really feel that you're struggling quite a lot. And then we have Earth Star activation. That's interesting. Anchoring. Remember I saw that anchor, which is really strange. Grounded action, Isis energy. And I think it's going back to being quite logical and clear-minded in your thoughts, and this will help you with your throat chakra. In order to be logical as well, yes, it's fine. A lot of us, including myself at times, need to ground ourselves. By doing this self-reflection, this self-exploration, this is one kind of way. The more you know yourself, the more you're able to understand yourself, and then you can work on grounding it into reality as well. Well, so yeah, that anchor can mean two things that I saw. It can mean that you're quite fixed and blocked, but also it can mean a need for you to really strengthen your foundations, almost really work on your Earth Star chakra, your root chakra. And again, that will help you to make sense of your creative ideas, and it will give you more confidence when communicating what is, communicating basically. Your throat chakra will flow much more easily. There will be a more effective bridge between your upper chakras, your third eye, crown, soul star, and the lower chakras as well. So now we have universal mind. You are about to receive the solution to your problem or concern. Wow. What I'm thinking with this card, when I said go with the flow, what I feel is when you go with the flow, you put up the path of least resistance. And when you put up the path of least resistance, what actually happens is things start to flow. When you start worrying about how you sound, how you express yourself, when you just practice and just go with the flow and accept that things aren't right first time, that's perfectly okay. The more you practice, you start to flow and you find yourself, find how you want to express yourself. You get your own kind of style. And what happens is that will connect you to like a universal flow, the universal mind. In a way, I will get some card. I will get a card just to clarify that in a moment. Here we have synchronicities. Allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. I'm really drawn to the words allow, magic, and unfold. Again, it's about allowing, not resisting. When you allow things to happen, again, you're going with that flow. Energy will flow much more easier. You'll be able to make sense of any synchronicities that you see. And if you make sense of them, you'll be able to articulate them. You'll be able to communicate them as well. Because I really, really feel like you want to open up. You want to open up your channel of communication, which is your throat chakra. I feel that you are struggling with it and you're wanting to do things, but it's holding you back at the moment because you're finding difficulty with that expression. But yeah, this is all about opening out. It's very, very interesting. We're going from a closed space to a very broad space. We have, the Three of Wands, that sacred inner space. But also, we have that inner space, knowing the inner space, which is the Hermit. This is very, very self-reflective, introspective. So there's a mixture of being introspective, which is really interesting. On this side of the spread is the introspective side, and here we have the kind of that projective outward. I can't think of the word. That outward kind of where you project things out into the world. And then we have a psychic journaling. Okay, so psychic information as well as inspirational wisdom and guidance from spirit can show up anytime or anywhere. When you're developing your spiritual abilities, it's a great practice to create your own psychic journal. It will not only chart your progress, but it will become a teaching manual in itself. Okay. This to me, remember, with the throat chakra, it's not just about the spoken word, it's also about the written word, or really any form where you are communicating yourself to others around you, to the world around you. And because we've also got this spirit guide card as well, what I feel spirit is saying is to actually use your guides, open up your channels, just allow them in, allow them to give you this help, this assistance. You'll have spirit guides that are really, really good at, they're trained, they are sort of skilled in helping people to open up their throat chakra to express themselves, and they will give you a lot of wisdom. And what will happen is, if you get any sudden insights or anything you think, oh, that sounds interesting, or that feels interesting, just write it down, because that's a message from your spirit guides, and this will help you to flow more. This to me is very much about flowing. There's a flow that's needed with this group. Okay. Just excuse me for a minute. I'm just going to put my light on because it is starting to get dark. That's better. Okay, so let's look. We have one last card here. We have, wow, Sirius star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Yeah, this is definitely to do with your confidence and your confidence in your ability to express yourself. And yeah, it's a thing that you need to work on, but just have that confidence. It's almost like believing that you can do something even when you think logically you can't. The more you believe it, it will just naturally happen. This is what I think will actually help you to push through this blockage, which stems back a long way really from your childhood, this blockage. And it will enable you to push through all this resistance, and you'll feel a lot more freer. And it's interesting as well, this particular card, Sirius Star Blessings, it almost looks like the throat chakra, the colours and everything, and there's light bursting through. It's like a massive breakthrough. This is what I'm feeling for you, a massive breakthrough. And it's interesting that this breakthrough comes after the Hermit card. And the Page of Swords is there as well. So this Page of Swords is really clarity. You've had some sort of breakthrough because you've done that self-reflection. You've done the inner work as well. And also you've been psychic journaling or journaling, whatever you want to do, recording your thoughts, recording things that come to you in whichever way possible. You've been using the help from your spirit guides as well. And this is where you'll be able to start to open out. And this, you'll be able to ground this as well. And you'll feel a lot clearer. So I'm just going to get a few clarifiers now. So what I'd like to do now, I feel that I want to clarify the Six of Cups, please. That's some more information about the Six of Cups for people in Group 1 in regards to their throat chakra and how they sing their soul song. Wow, this is really interesting. So yeah, we have the Seven of Wands again. So they're just emphasizing to me that this blockage in your throat chakra is something that you have been struggling with for a long time. It's gone back a long time. So I think really back to your childhood. Somebody might have made you feel silly in terms of your expression or anything like that, and it's sort of knocked your confidence. So I really feel that it's just saying this is where it's stemming from. It's stemming from your childhood a long time ago. But with that inner work, with that confidence, with that really working on your energetic flow, maybe visualize, that pure white light and blue light as well flowing through your throat chakra. That could be one thing that you could do. It could be on a more practical sense as well, maybe through reading or reading things aloud. So maybe getting the message that you kind of download. So say you get a particular idea, you could write it down. You might be very, very confident in how you write. You might find that your writing is better than the spoken word. But when you start reading things out aloud, you start to just flow much better as well. Okay. So that's all I have for you, Group 1. Thank you very much for the very, very interesting first reading. And I wish you all the best of luck with really unblocking your throat chakra, because it seems like a lot of possibility for you here. Okay. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the second bird, which I believe is the eagle. And this reading will be about your throat chakra and how you sing your soul song. So really what I'm looking at is how you are expressing yourself through your throat chakra, how it enables you to do that, how developed is your throat chakra, how easily is energy able to flow through it. Are there any blockages, or is energy flowing, really flowing easily through it as well? I already feel that this is going to be quite a complex reading. The reason being, with your energies group 2, what I'm instantly seeing is like a network, really vast network, almost like a frozen pond of crystals, loads of different like quartz crystals, all intertwined, all interlaced. And there's different little parts. It's like a complicated pattern, and there's different parts lighting up. But what I'm instantly drawn to is like an amethysty color or a purple color lighting up. And there's like a boat, or a little sailing boat with a woman in it or a girl in it, I'm not sure. Almost like in a child's picture, somebody sitting in a boat, and that's on top of what looks like a frozen pond. And there's kind of sunlight in the background as well. So yeah, I think there's going to be quite complex, really, group 2. So I'm going to get a bit more further information about this now. So Spirit, please can we go deeper into the energies of group 2? And in particular, what I'd like to know is information about their throat chakra, please. So how are they expressing themselves through their throat chakra? How are group 2 singing their soul song, please? Okay, let's see what we have. So using the oracle first, sorry, the tarot deck first. So how is group 2 expressing themselves? Oh, 2 to come up together. Okay, so I'll choose some oracle decks now. So I'm going to go for this one, I think, Numerology deck. I'll pick 3 from this deck. And then I'm going to pick the Starseed Oracle deck, I think. Okay, I'm going to have 3 from this deck as well, I think. And lastly, I'm going to go for this deck, I think. Divination of the Ancients. Oh. That's too many. Let's see what comes out. 2 from this deck, I feel. Okay, so what do we have for group 2 in regards to their throat chakra? So we have Justice, followed by the 9 of Swords, and 2 came up together. So this was the 4 of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups, which is interesting in itself. And then we have the Strength card. Okay. So I feel at the moment you are in a pivotal point in your life, group 2, in regards to how you express yourself, which is what I'm seeing with the Justice card. There's a need for balance, but I feel that at this time there's a need for you to actually express yourself. It's really, really important for you to express yourself, who you truly are. And I believe Spirit is trying to help you, trying to give you the strength. We have another major arcana here, the Strength card. And they're almost trying to augment you. They're trying to augment this strength. Because I feel there's quite an intense blockage here with your throat chakra. I feel that at the moment you're not able to say what you want to say or say what's on your mind. And that's really causing you a kind of an intense blockage. It's actually so intense that it could be actually causing blockages, quite complicated blockages in other chakras as well, which I saw with this crystal grid. I think it's sort of like a blockage here is causing a blockage there. It's interesting that I was drawn to the like amethyst purpley color. So I feel this blockage at the moment could be possibly causing some sort of disconnection between you and possibly your crown or your third eye chakra, which is what you want to remove this blockage so that you can actually move on your spiritual journey, because this is what is the next step for me. The next step is unblocking this so you can actually move on your spiritual journey as well. It's interesting, there's a lot of blue in this card as well, again, which is about the throat chakra, so it's directly linked to that, I believe. And obviously this Nine of Swords, this is to do with stress and to do with anxiety. So I feel at the moment you're coming to a point and you're feeling like you can't say what you think. You can't say what you really, really think, and it's causing you a lot of internal anxiety and worries. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. Okay. Right, so we have Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And instantly what I saw is somebody who feels like they are just a small fish in a big ocean. They're feeling very small, like they're just a drop in the ocean. And what they're trying to say is that's not true. That is not true. Your voice is just as important as anybody else's. And this is how you will feel more part of the earth plane, how you will get along much better on the earth plane as well. This is what I'm getting from this card instantly as well. It's interesting, the imagery. And then we have Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Now I'm looking at micromanaging. I think this universe is to do with your internal energetic body and its connection to the higher chakras. I feel there's some sort of blockage and there's a need for you to actually kind of micromanage it. I think it's about you learning about your chakras and learning where your energetic blockages are. There's not just your main 7 chakras, there are other smaller chakras in the body as well. I don't entirely know much about the other chakras, but there was a lot of energy centers in your body. This to me as well, this looks like a complex swirl of colors and everything. And I do feel there's a lot of energy work that you possibly need to do in order for you to connect more with your higher chakras and your throat chakra, so you can express what you want to express as well. And then we have Perspective, and again it's really strange, feeling like you're so small in a massive universe and a massive world. But what they're saying is as well with this card is that none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. And I think you're feeling quite alone, possibly. You're feeling in the dark, you're feeling that you can't express yourself, that your voice is so small in such a big world where there's a lot of negativity going on. And what it's saying to me is that there's a need for you to overcome this at the moment, to really look at yourself in a lot of detail. This is what I'm seeing here. A lot of detail is needed. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's have a look at the numerology deck. What do we got here? So we have Love, and that's blue, so very, very much to do with the throat chakra. And then we have Physical Activity. Interesting. And then we have the purple colour as well. It's interesting that the purple colour, that crown chakra, is surrounding this blue, indigo blue colour. So we're looking at your throat chakra being at the centre of it. I feel there is some sort of block there. And also we have spirituality. Wow, purple as well. Yes, so I think there is some sort of block. So I think what they are trying to say, that you would be able to unblock. One way that you can unblock your throat chakra and express yourself is actually, believe it or not, is actually moving your physical body. Because when you move your physical body, this enables energy to flow much better, not just physically, but on an energetic level that we can't see with the naked eye. Things flow better, the body works better. You don't feel so heavy, as I see with this Four of Pentacles. You don't feel so heavy, so weighed down. You feel actually lighter. You can actually go on your journey with confidence as well, because you're definitely on some kind of spiritual path, group 2. Definitely. this throat chakra blockage it's like the final piece of the puzzle of that complex network of crystals that needs to be solved. They highlighted to me that purple color in that network of crystals. And almost what's interesting is that boat, that sailing boat, was on that kind of frozen pond. And if you have a boat in a frozen pond, obviously you don't want to be unlucky enough for it to go through the pond, but you're not going to be able to go anywhere. You're sort of stuck where you are. So what they're saying is there's a need to address that purple crystal, what I saw, that aspect of yourself, that spirituality, in order for you to move nicely along them waters, along that crystal grid, which is what I saw. Okay. I knew this would be a complex reading. Then we have runes, perception. Okay. So maybe this goes back really to your perception of things in the world around you. And I think it's your perception of yourself and how you fit in to the earth plane. Again, you're feeling very, very small, a small fish in a big pond. And so I think it's about you having a sense that you have a voice, you have a lot of self-power, and Spirit will help you with that self-power, because this is really important for you to do. You have the Justice card here. It's time for you to have justice for yourself. This is about balancing energies as well. Yeah, it's time for you to come out of yourself and carry on with your spiritual journey. And then we have crystals, healing. That's interesting, since my actual, the vision I had for you was of that crystal pond. So crystals, and I'm looking at the crystal that she's picked up. It's the clear quartz, and it's glowing, or it's lighting up. And as we know, clear quartz, often it's used as an amplifier. It amplifies a lot of things, and it helps the other crystals actually. It helps to elevate the energies of other crystals around it that you are working with. So maybe some crystal work might be quite good for you. Maybe doing, you know, crystal grids, they can be quite useful. Also, you could do actual crystal grids around your body as well. You can place crystals on your chakra, or even place a crystal on your throat chakra while you're meditating, and really focus on allowing that energy to flow through it, that clear energy, to make you feel a lot more clearer and to make you feel a lot more powerful. I do get a sense that you need to kind of project yourself out more. That you're feeling very, very closed in, and you're feeling quite negative about the world around you and about your place within it. So what I think I'll do, I'm going to get a bit more information about this Nine of Swords, and actually I think I'll clarify the Justice card as well. So for Spirit, for group 2 please, can I have some clarifiers for the Justice card and the Nine of Swords please? Okay, for Justice, wow. We have the Judgment card. You definitely, it's almost like you have a calling. There's a spiritual calling. It's part almost of your karma as well. This is an issue that needs to be resolved, and what they're saying is now is the time to do it. It's like a call to arms, and it's interesting on this particular deck. These, I think they're dead bodies, and they're being awoken, and they're actually blue in colour, and blue is the colour of the throat chakra. So it is time for you to use your voice. And then we have the Ten of Cups. What a contrast. Yeah. So this Ten of Cups to me always harks back to, it can mean past lives or things that you need to deal with in the past. For me, when I sort of have my dialogue with these cards, but also I think it also pertains to that high frequency spectrum of energy, high frequency spectrum of colours. And I believe at the moment that this Nine of Swords, this anxiety that you're feeling, is blocking your ability to tune in to those them higher degrees, the higher degrees, the more subtle energies, the more high vibrational energies. Remember, this is to do with the heart as well, so maybe some blockages with your heart chakra might also be connected to your throat chakra as well. So I think it's really, really worth working on them. And also we have this spectrum of colors, the whole rainbow, and I'm thinking the whole rainbow of chakras, all your chakras. You might need to really study. There might be blockages in other chakras that are linked to this. Remember, I saw that purple, the crown chakra, so they need working on as well. But it's all very, very doable because you are getting supported by spirit in doing this. Okay. Interesting reading, group 2. Thank you so much. I feel you are a very, very spiritual group as well. We have the Nine of Swords again, so they're just, they're just really emphasising the degree to which this anxiety is impeding you. There's a need for you to express yourself. It's to do with your self-expression. You'll need to open out that throat chakra, but it's connected to other chakras as well. So I think working with crystals is really, really important for you. Especially since I saw that crystal grid, all interlaced, intertwined, and this crystals healing card as well. And by doing that, by working with crystals when you meditate, this will help you to really create a much better flow between the chakras and your throat chakra as well. Your throat chakra will start to become unblocked. Remember your thoughts as well, certain perceptions you have of things, of people. If it's negative, that will affect your throat chakra. You'll either feel loads of negative things that you don't want to say, or things will just come up negatively and it won't be in line with who you truly are. Okay, so yeah, interesting reading, group 2. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best with this, and thank you again for tuning in, and goodbye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Parrot, and obviously a very vocal bird. And this reading will be about your throat chakra and how you are singing your soul song through your throat chakra. So how you are expressing yourself. So what I'll be looking at in this reading is how the energy is flowing through your throat chakra. Any blockages, any potential blockages, or whether it's actually working really, really well. What I am seeing when I connect to your energies, group 3, like I'm seeing a pair of feet walking through a tunnel, almost like a cartoon train tunnel. It just feels like you're maybe going the long way about something. You're walking on foot rather than going by train. So I think this is symbolizing some sort of long journey that you are on, some sort of inner journey possibly, or maybe that you're actually learning something at the moment, and it's to do with your voice. So you could be learning a language or another language which is quite difficult for you to pronounce or difficult for you to say at the moment. The reason being that I saw like somebody standing in the tunnel as well, and they were dropping down they had like a sheet, and on the sheet were like different symbols, like codes or symbols, something like that, almost like another language. That's what I'm feeling for maybe one or two of you. You might be possibly learning a language or something, or you're learning how to do something in a different way which you're not used to, and it's making you feel a little bit out of your comfort zone. But what I'm seeing is it's a long journey, but you are making progress. So that's what I'm seeing so far. And for some reason the word Sanskrit came up. I don't know why, what that means. Does that mean something to somebody in this group? I don't know. But let's delve a bit deeper for group 3. And I'd like to know, please, Spirit, about their throat chakra and how they are expressing themselves or singing their soul song through their throat chakra, please. Okay, this is the tarot to start, and then I'm going to choose a few oracles now. I can go for Hidden Worlds, is the first one I'll use. The Hidden Worlds Oracle deck. It definitely feels like some sort of path or some sort of journey that you were going on, possibly. What feels like it's going into the unknown at the moment. This is a divination of the ancients. Then we have the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And I'm going to get one each from these two decks, so I'm going to go for Black Moon Astrology first. And then I'm going to choose Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. Okay, let's see what we have for group 3 and their their throat chakra. Let's have a look what we've got. So firstly, we have the Eight of Cups. I think this appeared in the last reading in group 2 actually. So the Eight of Cups, so somebody definitely going on a journey. Then we have the Six of Pentacles, and then the Five of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands. So I'm feeling some sort of struggle, some resistance, but there's a sense of accomplishment, like you've been through a lot, which is what I'm seeing with this Nine of Wands. It's almost like a feeling of bravery to this. I do feel like you're in some sort of mission. You're possibly learning something new. Again, for one or two of you, that could be a particular language. And we have here the Five of Cups. So I'm feeling this is possibly some sorrow you feel about this at the moment. You're finding it quite difficult. It's actually hitting you on a really, really deep level. I'm not entirely sure about this Six of Pentacles, so I will get some clarification for this. But I think it's definitely to do with something about balance and you getting something that is owed to you, really, or something that you feel might be owed to you. Especially since you've been walking on this journey for quite a long time and you're feeling you need something from it. Two of Wands. Okay. I almost feel like there's somebody who's like standing on their own 2 feet. They've been in a position for a while where you possibly have felt that you're receiving from others, you're waiting to receive from others, and it's sort of like, you know, they talk about scraps on a dinner table, and it's like you're much better than that. And this Two of Wands is really you're being given your own power. You're actually coming into your sense of your own power. You have the world in your hands and you have a plan. So how does this relate to the throat chakra? Let me see. So let's pick this first oracle. The gift. So yes, this is the gift, I think. Present, honouring, offering. And I'm seeing a lot of green. So there's nature here. And there's this white. A lot of white and very, very clear. There's a lot of clarity and clearness. There's like a light being shown to you. Like a way forward. And then we have insight, magical tools, writing, star crafting. This is definitely something to do with your own self-expression. So it's to do, we have the number 22, which in numerology is known as the master builder. So you're building something, or you're working on something to do with yourself. And I believe, like I think it was group 2, but you're a very, very spiritual group as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if some people in group 2 actually chose this group as well, group 3. There's similar kind of energies as well. I do believe though you're possibly working on something. You might be working on something quite creative, quite spiritual actually. I think it's really, really quite spiritual. You're trying to communicate something. And I feel that it's something new to you. And this, obviously the throat chakra doesn't just deal with the spoken word, but it also deals with the written word and how we express ourselves. So for some of you, there might be a bit of writer's block possibly, or they're finding it just difficult because it's something they've never done before. It's something new. It's like you're going off by yourselves. You've got some sort of new venture. You could be writing a book. Really, you could be somebody who's self-published, who started to self-publish. It's like you're testing out the waters of what you can do. And at the moment, I think you've come across a bit of resistance in how you are expressing yourself and how you are communicating yourself. And yeah, this is what I'm feeling here. So what else have we got from the Hidden Worlds? We have the Seer. Future prospects, decisions to make, seeking guidance. Okay. I feel here that what they're saying to me is it's time for you to seek guidance from someone else. So, whether you're learning a language or, I think you might have been doing stuff yourself for a long time, but there's nothing wrong with actually getting help with this. So whether it's learning, it could be to do with creative writing, it could be to do with, as I said, learning a language, learning a new skill, which involves your throat chakra, basically. And you don't have to go it by yourself. You don't have to be brave and go it by yourself all the time. Sometimes we need help. So what the Six of Pentacles is actually also, looking at it now, it's actually accepting help from others, not just going it alone. Because there are times when you come across an obstacle or resistance, sometimes it's good to actually look to others who are experienced in this field. This could be directly with them, or it could be possibly looking on the internet or looking through books, looking at knowledge, looking at videos. And I think this will kind of help you to hone your craft. Okay. And this is the gift. Well, actually, the gift is coming down. As I said here, being present, honoring, offering. So you're being given something, and this will help you with your self-expression, put you in a feeling of much more control over yourself and where you are going as well. Okay, what else have we got? So we have Shooting Star Confirmation. I feel that you've been waiting a long time for confirmation of your abilities, of your talents in expressing this particular thing. Again, whether I do really feel that it's to do with a book or something where you're communicating. It could be even some of you might be doing YouTube videos, or you're starting out on that and you're finding it difficult. You're thinking, how am I going to be really as good as anybody else? And this is like confirmation that you are. You just kind of need to find your own style. You need to find your own light. This is what I'm seeing here. And it's interesting that the night sky is sort of blue as well, which is again to do with the throat chakra. There's a need for energy to flow through that chakra as well. And then we have Birds of a Feather. This to me, I feel like you're getting information or help of people who are in the same field as you, who are on the same wavelength as you. So I think it's about you not going it alone, but starting to reach out. There are other sources of help. There are other people on the same wavelength or doing the same thing as you. Even peers, people who are going through the same thing as you, sometimes bouncing ideas of others is a really good thing as well. And that can help to loosen the cogs, loosen the oils in your own throat chakra. You'll be able to speak more freely as well. And sometimes you get, you think you're not sure about your idea, but if you bounce it off somebody else, they give you feedback and that makes you feel more confident as well. And then we have Sun Spirit. Yeah, I just feel this to me is you coming out of yourself. This is you growing. This is you expanding. The sun is about expansion. It's about throwing light on things as well. It's almost like it's burning a path through any blockages in the throat chakra. And I'm drawn to this bit on the bottom of the sun, which in itself does look like a bit of a blockage there. But again, it's being burnt through. This is what I'm seeing here. And these are almost like, as I mentioned, them symbols in that tunnel. This is almost like cave paintings you see on the actual card itself. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but they're like cave paintings or symbols of something that needs to be deciphered. Then we have candle, illumination. Yes, illumination, illuminating the way through that tunnel. And again, I'm just imagining the candle, somebody like in them films of a candle, they're going through a cave, and then this is illuminating on the wall, all these pictures and all these symbols, and things start to become more clear to you. So I think there's a need to illuminate, but I feel that maybe for some of you, it might be enlisting help from others in the same field as you, or even from your spirit guides or your soul family. You know, looking for help that way as well. So I think there's many different ways that you can do that. And here we have willing release. I feel this is the need. I feel that you're letting go of the need to control every aspect of everything. You're releasing control. And this will actually elevate you. This is number 49 in this particular deck, the Oracle of the Seven Energies, which is to do with your, you know, a very, very high spiritual energy. You know, you're talking about your crown chakra here and above. It's the color white. It's releasing all resistance. It's like almost accepting the support from a higher frequency or a higher power as well. And then we have Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Yes, I feel that when you're finding people in your own soul group, or some people call it soul tribe, it's like you're coming together, there's a resolution. You actually, the resolution is you're finding the meanings of these symbols, the meanings of things as well. Okay. So we've ascertained that there are blockages, and it's to do with possibly, yeah, I think a lack of self-confidence. But I think the way to release these blockages is to start getting, like, flowing with others, whether this be spirit guides or other people, or both as well, in the same field, as batting ideas from each other as well. But I really, really feel like you are on some sort of spiritual journey here, and this is really important for you. These are very, very spiritual cards as well. The Seer and the Insight card as well. Definitely I feel that you are working on something as well. It's to do with possibly spirituality, and that you are communicating something very new, something very unique, and you're just not quite sure, and it's causing you a bit of angst at the moment, I would say. So I'm going to get some information on any techniques, please, that people in group 3 can use to really help them clear these blockages in their throat chakra, please, so that they can carry on with their with their journey with a much clearer throat chakra, so that they're able to express themselves much more easily. Masters of Mediumship. That's interesting. So I know on this particular card it has a door, and when the door is opening, light is shining through, illumination is coming through. There's some sort of doorway that you need to go through, metaphorically. And if you look on the back, many pioneers, scholars and tutors in the field of mediumship and psychic sciences have paved the way for aspiring mediums. Much can be learned from mediums from bygone years to assist you with the unfoldment of your spiritual abilities and develop them safely and wisely. You can gain many insights from the invaluable wisdom and knowledge of those mediums that have dedicated their lives to serving spirit. You can learn different styles and facets of mediumship, but more importantly, you can understand how they lived and handled their everyday physical lives while using their gifts, talents, and abilities to help others. So yes, remember I said it's about enlisting help from others. Okay, there are other people that you can learn from. You don't have to go it alone. Remember, birds of a feather, people in the same sort of field as you. What they're saying is that it's now time. You might have come to a bit of a stumbling block, in your spiritual practice, in your creativity, in your communication of it. Now is a time to kind of look to the experts in that field, or to people, not even experts, people who have knowledge as well, or see or understand things in a slightly different way, and you can sort of bounce ideas off each other. And this is how things can grow, and you can express yourself much better through your throat chakra. This will throw a lot of light on things for you. But yeah, it's time to get support, I think, from others, whether that be spirit, people, or both. Lovely. Very interesting read in Group 3. Thank you very much for tuning in. I wish you all the best of luck, and goodbye. Hello, Group 4, and welcome to your reading. This reading will be about your throat chakra and how you sing your soul song, or in other words, how you express yourself through your throat chakra. And you chose the Falcon for this group, and I'll be looking at how energy is flowing through your throat chakra, whether it is flowing freely or whether there are some blockages in your throat chakra that need to be cleared in order for you to express yourself more freely. And what I'm seeing, when I'm connecting to your energies, Group 4, I'm getting an urban, like a rundown urban landscape, almost like them places in films where there's graffiti everywhere and it's kind of run down, but there's a small, I got the word flowers that came up, and then I saw some flowers in the corner, towards the center, between the corner and the center of the screen. This is indicating to me that some of you might need to look at getting inspiration from things around you in places that might not seem wonderful or wondrous, but you see the little things like, I don't know, the insect, or the spider making their web, or the flowers on the side of the road, anything like that really. And that's going to give you inspiration, and what that will do, it will start to fuel your imagination, and then you'll be able to express yourself. This will actually come through your throat chakra and release any blockages. This is what I'm feeling for you, Group 4. So what I'm going to do now is, Spirit, please can you delve a bit deeper, please, into Group 4, their current energies in regards to their throat chakra, and how they sing their soul song through their throat chakra. How do they express themselves, please? Okay, so what have we got? Let's have a look. What's coming through for Group 4? Okay, so 4 there. And I'm going to choose a mixture of oracle cards now to give you a bit more information. So I'm going to go firstly to the oracle of the 7 energies. What have we got for Group 4, please? Intuitive light coaching is coming up now. And then I think I'm going to go to Life Purpose deck. Cover from this, I think. And then I think I'm going to go for this Gateway of the Light activation. And to finish off, I'm going to use this Mediumship training deck. Okay. Right, so what have we got for Group 4? So let's start with the tarot. So we have the 7 of Wands, followed by the Empress, followed by the 3 of Swords, followed by the Ten of Cups. Wow, what a powerful, lovely, but also difficult at the same time group of cards. So the Empress, this is about, to me, this is about your connection to Mother Earth, to nature. What this is saying is that this will fuel your creativity, because we have the number 3, which in numerology, I believe, is to do with, you know, creation, really. And it's interesting that we have the number 3 as well here with the 3 of Swords. So I feel that there's some healing that needs to take place with your heart chakra. This is directly linked, in this case, in your case, to many of you, to your throat chakra. So what it's saying to me is that until you start to find the beauty in things, and until you start to really work on healing that heart chakra, it might be difficult for you at the moment to really connect with that you know, that high frequency, that enjoyment, that ability to express yourself fully. This Ten of Cups, you've got all the spectrum or the rainbow. This is somebody who is able to express themselves in many, many different ways and express what they feel. But I believe it's very, very much in your power. I believe you've been struggling with this for quite some time, and in terms of expressing yourself, and it's causing quite a bit of grief for you, to be honest. I think group 4. But this to me, the Empress card and the Ten of Cups, these are really giving me the solution to your problem, to that blockage with your throat chakra, which I believe is stemming from something to do with your heart space, something that needs clearing, something that needs healing. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? We have a Call of the Muse. Yes, so the Muse is to do with music. It's to do with really, what's interesting as well is this particular card. This is Oracle of the 7 Energies. It's number 31, and if you look around it, we have the kind of blue, which is to do with the throat chakra. So again, this is kind of going with the flow, expressing yourself in many different ways. I'm really feeling the sense that you need to look into the fine details of things. Notice the details of things around you. In nature, things that might not be on first sight, they might not look really, really beautiful or wonderful, but there's a need for you to look closer. And what this will do, when you look closer at things around you, this will open up a spectrum of colours, or a spectrum of possibilities, or you'll notice fine details that you didn't notice before. And what this will do, this will inspire you. This will inspire the muse within you. And what this will do as well, by doing that, you're actually healing your heart chakra, healing your heart space. This resistance will start to really decrease, and then you'll be able to flow much better. This Ten of Cups to me is about flowing from the heart, and when you flow from the heart, you'll be able to express yourself through your throat chakra much easily. This healing will actually help to heal your throat chakra. So I feel this needs to heal your heart chakra first, and then this will just really escalate. It's like a domino effect. This will actually affect your throat chakra as well. When you heal your heart chakra, it will like unlock a door in your throat chakra to express yourself freely, like this person does with the Call of the Muse. We also have a higher view. Wonderful. It's almost taking a panoramic view of things. It's looking at things from a different perspective, trying to look at things from a different, with a different set of eyes, really. This is also purple, this card. Again, it's from the deck, the Oracle of the 7 Energies. What this will do, when you look at things in more detail, when you start to focus on things in more detail, and notice the beauty in things, this will start to make things clearer for you. Your third eye will start to open up as well as a result of doing this, as well as your throat chakra. Ideas will come to you, they'll flow to you much more easily, and you'll be expressing yourself, and you'll be probably quite surprised in terms of what you're expressing. It's not like you're learning a skill that you don't have. It's that it's always been there, but this blockage, I feel, with your heart chakra has kind of hampered it. But what they're saying is time for you to kind of let go and go with the flow of things. And then we have Tender Embrace. Wow. And this is, yes, if you look at this, I don't know if you can see properly. Yes, it's the number 22, which is a very, very spiritual number, the master builder. But also we have the colour green. This is very much to do with your heart chakra. It's actually almost embracing your inner child, your inner muse, I would say. And this will heal you on a very, very deep level. This is what is needed for you, group 4. And here we have time to heal. Wonderful. We have this lovely pink colour, the orange colour, and we have this light coming from this hand. What do we have? Self-healing is an extremely important daily routine in your development as a medium. When practicing mediumship, you need to be in your best heart-centered space to create a clear, authentic communication with spirit. Now remember, I'm looking at the word heart and communication. So you're able to communicate with spirit more freely, and you can also communicate with others more freely as well. The heart is very, very much connected with communication, and this is really, really important for you. It says here is a longer technique you can use for some self-healing. Sit in a quiet spot for a few meditative minutes. Close your eyes and take a few relaxing breaths. Imagine you're being showered with loving, healing white light from the universe. Allow the gentleness of this light to wash away the emotional residue, all these clouds, in your aura. Breathe this light into your body and let it permeate all the cells of your being. Sit in this space as long as needed to feel energetically refreshed. Offer gratitude to this healing opportunity as you ground your body, mind and soul with a few more deep breaths. Lovely. Okay, then we have inner earth. Base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. This is about you feeling much more connected to the earth plane. This is you laying foundations for yourself by healing that heart chakra, which will in turn heal your throat chakra. This is what I'm seeing. And the Empress here is very much about bringing the beautiful down to earth. It's recognizing the beauty of the earth, that it is somewhere where you can lay some really, really strong foundations. You can feel secure. You can express yourself, find your own form of expression. Then we have options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. See, what I'm drawn to with this particular card is the word options. So what it's saying to me is that you have a number of ways that you can view things. You can view things from a kind of a negative standpoint. You can see a weed and think, oh, that's a horrible weed in the garden. Or you can look at it and say, wow, that's something that's grown really, really quickly. And you can start to look at the beauty of that particular weed and how it's growing, you know, things like that really. And you can apply that to a lot of things in life as well. And then when you do that, things will be open to you. Different forms of ideas, different forms of inspiration will come to you because you're opening up it's like you're opening up your mental and your your vocabulary really, because you're open to much more. You're aware of much more. Your eyes are much more open as well. Counselling. You heal with kind words, wise advice and an empathetic ear. I think, to be honest, this has been really kind to yourself, giving yourself that time and space to really be thankful to yourself as well, you know, to appreciate the beauty around you, and this will help you heal that heart chakra. I really, really feel that. And also it's interesting, when we're talking about kind words, it's not just about the words we speak to others. With our throat chakra, it's also to do with how we speak to ourselves, whether we are kind to ourselves, whether we treat ourselves as a sentient being, or whether we are quite brutal to ourselves and put ourselves down. So I think this is really important. It is really important for you to look at how you actually communicate with yourself as well. And this is a really important aspect of your own throat chakra. And will really enable you to see what you are doing, how your throat chakra is working. And this will also help you to release any blockages that is causing this negative self-talk. And again, you're going from the origin, you're going from the heart chakra. And by healing that, I believe in your case, that talk, that self-talk will become much more positive, more nurturing as well. Okay, so what do we have here? Self-love, yes, what we were talking about. Self-nurturing. You were learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. Yeah. And this to me is what this Empress, this, this 10 of Cups and this 3 of Wands is about. It's about, as I said before, speaking kind words to yourself. This will increase your self-love and will connect, really start to heal you. So your throat chakra, what they're drawing attention to in this group for group 4 is your throat chakra's ability to treat yourself with love and kindness, or to be cruel and horrible to yourself. So yeah, this is really important. Before you can love others, you need to be able to love yourself, which is, I know it sounds like a bit of a cliche, but it is actually true. This is really, really important for you. Wow. Okay, on the final card here, we have synchronicities. Number 44. So allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. I think this new direction is to do with, once this healing takes place, things will start to, once you start to heal your heart, you start to talk to yourself nicer, you start to notice the beauty in things, and to be grateful for things, to be grateful to yourself. What will happen is you'll start to notice synchronicities that you didn't notice before. Your awareness is much more heightened. A spectrum of colours is opened out to you. And what this will do, you'll feel like your life is indeed moving in a new direction. Okay, and a very, very positive direction as well. Okay, what I want to do to finish off the reading, I want to get a bit more clarification for these 2 cards here. So for the Empress card and the 3 of Swords. So Spirit, do you have any more information about the Empress and the 3 of Swords for people in group 4, please? Okay, so we have 3, and again the number 3, and we have the 3 of Cups, which is totally, this to me it's a very positive card. It's like you're almost embracing all different parts of yourself. This to me, in your case, is about self-love, and what this will do, this will project out to others around you as well, and you'll attract more of the same. Wow. And we have the Empress. Wow, I can't believe it. 3, 3, 3, 3, all 3s. And yeah, very much to do with self-love. And what they're telling me is, once you start to heal that heart chakra, it's like I'm getting that lovely feminine maternal energy. It's almost like you're mothering your inner child. You're nurturing your inner child, and what will come through is something wondrous, really. A much better appreciation for yourself, because you'll be able to express yourself much better. You're expressing yourself much more kindly as well. Okay, so thank you, Group 4, for the very, very interesting reading to finish off. If you like the reading, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.